Hello everyone, this is Ms. Sweta Patil from Department of E&TC, AISSMS, Pune. Today we will see the topic remote login. So, when we hear about the term internet, the main task of internet is to provide services for users. And amongst the most popular applications of internet are the remote login, the electronic mail and the file transfer. In the internet, the users may want to run an application program at a remote site and create results that can be transferred from the local site. We will take an example. Due to the COVID pandemic, these days, all the software industry workers are working from their home. When they are working from their home, they need to access the computer which is available in their offices. So, to access that computer from the office to home, they need a client server application program, and that program is like a file transfer program. It can be an email, etc. So it is impossible to write a specific client server program for each demand. That is why the better solution is a general purpose client server program that can lead a user access any application program on a remote computer. In other words, we can say that it is going to allow the user to log on to a remote computer. So after the log on, a user can use the services which are available on the remote computer and can transfer the result back to the local computer. So the word Telenet is the abbreviation for terminal network. It is a standard TCP/IP protocol for virtual terminal service as proposed by the International Organization for Standards, that is ISO. This Telenet enables the establishment of a connection to a remote system in such a way that the local terminal will appear to be a terminal at the remote system. Now, whenever we are talking about the time sharing environment, the users are the part of the system with some rights to access the resource. Each authorized user has an identification, that is a password probably. The user identification defines the user as a part of the system. To access the system, the user logs into the system with a user ID or the login name. Then the system asks him for the password, and by checking the password, it is going to prevent an unauthorized user from accessing the resource, as we can see it in the given figure. So here, when a user logs into a local time sharing system, it is a local login. As a user types at a terminal or at a workstation running at a terminal emulator, the keystrokes are accepted by the terminal driver, and this terminal driver is going to pass the characters to the operating system, and the operating system in turn interprets the combination of characters and evokes the desired application programs or the utilities. And whenever the user wants to access an application program or the utility which is located on a remote machine, then it is going to perform the remote login. Here the Telenet client and the server program is going to come into the use. The sender is going to send the keystrokes to the terminal driver. When the local operating system is going to accept the character, but it is not going to interpret them. The characters are sent to the Telenet client, which is going to transform the characters to the universal character set, which is called as the Network Virtual Terminal or NVT characters. And then it is going to deliver them to the TCP/IP protocol stack. This command or the text in the NVT form are going to travel through the internet, and they are going to arrive at the TCP/IP stack at the remote machine. Here the characters are delivered to the operating system and passed to the Telenet server, which changes the characters to the corresponding character which is understandable by the remote server or the computer. So here the characters cannot be passed directly to the operating system because the remote operating system is not designed to receive the characters from the Telenet server. Here it is designed to receive the characters from the terminal driver. The solution is to add a piece of software which is called as the pseudo terminal driver, which is going to pretend that the characters are coming from the terminal, and the operating system then is going to pass these characters to the appropriate application. Next is the Network Virtual Terminal. When we are dealing with a heterogeneous system, and if we want to access a remote computer in the world, we must first know what type of computer we will be connected to, and we must also install the specific terminal emulator used by that computer. So Telenet is going to solve this problem by defining an universal interface which is called as the Network Virtual Terminal or NVT character set. Via this interface, the Telenet translates the characters that comes from the local terminal into NVT form and deliver them to the network. This Telenet server, on the other hand, is going to translate data or commands from NVT into the form acceptable by the remote computer. So we can see the concept of NVDT in this figure. There are a set of characteristics which are used by NVT. NVT uses two sets of characters. One for the data and other is for the control. So both are of 8 byte. For NVT or for data, NVT is a 8 byte character set in which the 7 lowest order bit are same as the ASCII and the highest order bit is 0. And to send the control characters between computers, NVT uses 8-bit characters set in which the highest bit is set to 1. These are some of the NVT control characters which are used. This table has all the characters which are used by NVT. That was all about the remote login. Thank you.